We support the big dreams of Bison athletes. If you believe it, you can achieve it. Geisinger is the official sports medicine and orthopedics provider of the Bucknell Bison.
Today, we're in the herd with softball. After making the Patriot League postseason a year ago, the Bison are hoping to improve even further this year. Coach Sarah Caffrey says that the first few weekends, she's wanting her team to try and figure out what the identity of the squad is going to be.
I think last year the biggest takeaway is that it took us a little bit longer to kind of hit that stride, and I think that last 3 weeks of season we were so solid that we wish we would have seen that 6 weeks prior, maybe 3 weeks prior. And so I think that's the biggest takeaway is just who do we want to be and how can we set the tone weekend one. And it's not always just the wins and losses, right? It's like, what is the process and what are we doing? And then also, can we get people lots of opportunities? We have talented roster, we have good young people, we have great upperclassmen, and so just having the ability to get people some time.
Caffrey says there are 5 new players on this year's roster, and she feels they have been really helpful to the upper class players.
They've come in with the ability to just compete and go after things. They don't put a lot of thought into it in the best way possible. And that's really trickled up in a weird way. And so from the top down, though, I think our seniors have a lot of experience. I think our juniors have played a lot of innings. And so we look for them to kind of pace it. But also I think our first years and our sophomores can really play a huge role. And they really help with the mentality of kind of flushing it and moving on because they don't know any better. And that's one of the best things about having the youth in that lineup.
One of the members of this year's senior class is Noelle Gardon. She played in 43 games a year ago, and she says that she is attempting to improve on her work at the plate.
Yeah, so in the off season, I was really focusing on my hitting game, just continued to be a strong hitter and being able to fill a role for my team.
Gardon echoes Coach Caffrey in saying that figuring out the team's identity is going to be very important.
We only had a couple games in the fall, so it's really exciting to see what our spring identity is going to be as a team. But I think it's really going to come down to swinging at good pitches and putting the right swing on the right pitch.
The Bison won't open their home schedule at Becker Field until March 20th.